welcome to the first edition of Off the Shelf, where rather than look at stuff I found out in the wild, we look at stuff I already have. Stuff that might be rare or interesting, kind of like the Friday the 13th, the Complete Collection box set tin that came out in 2013. It was about $90 when it came out, and it's out of print now, and it's kind of hard to find, and it's really expensive on eBay. So I thought maybe people, if they're on the fence about this one or want to know what's in it, this would be a good comprehensive look at everything that's in here and if it's worth your money. So I want to start by showing off the front of this tin here. It's raised, as you can see. Jason's popping out here, the letters and everything. One thing I will say about this set, if you look at the back of mine, just from moving from my apartment to this house and all this stuff, it's got scratches on it. And I didn't throw this thing around like a frisbee. It just fucking, it being in a box and moving with stuff, like other DVDs must have rubbed against it and it scraped it up a little bit. So if you want this thing to be in pristine condition, maybe keep it in bubble wrap or something. I don't know. It scratches very easily. So when you first open this bad boy up here, you'll see this chick from the Friday the 13th remake and the glorious book here with all of the Blu-rays in it. But I want to look at the other bonus stuff in here. Okay, first things first, we have a very expired code for the Friday the 13th collection on, what is this, Voodoo or something? Ultraviolet? Whatever, it's worthless. I just kept it because it was connected to this thing, which was held together by, I thought this was supposed to be a headband, but it's kind of too small for that. It says, I told the others, they didn't believe me, you're all doomed. That's Crazy Ralph, obviously. And it's just like this little band that keeps that stuff together. But it wraps around this booklet here, which is not a real detailed book. It's like little blurbs about each of the movies and the making of the movies and interesting little facts. But as you can see, it's like a little, just like a little companion thing that maybe you would read as you opened it and were like getting hyped up to watch these movies. But it's nothing you're really going to go back to. There's no comprehensive history of anything in here. It's just kind of like a neat little extra. And what I thought was cool for Friday the 13th Part 3, they gave you 2 sets of different colored 3D glasses. So you get 4 pairs. One of them are like black on the back and a little dirtier, and one of them are white. So that's neat. I watched the movie without these because, like, I hate watching DVDs with these glasses. It just doesn't work right. It worked a lot better on VHS, I thought. And the last cool extra in here was a Camp Crystal Lake counselor patch. I had nothing to put this on, and I kind of felt like I didn't want to waste it. So it's just been sitting in here. It'll probably sit in here forever, because that's the kind of person I am, where I'll just keep it. Kind of like this ultraviolet code that doesn't work anymore, that expired literally in September 2015. So that's me. But the real star of the show here is this book that has all of the Blu-rays in it. And I think it's cool. They have like little pictures from the movie, like stills. And like a main showstopper picture here. The Blu-rays themselves are uniform, like this. They all kind of have this art on them, which I think is neat. And as you go through here, here's 2. I'll just show you if I can slide it out. I was worried when I got this because the last DVD set they put out with the mask that had a book like this, you would slide it out and it would just scratch the fuck out of the DVD and you couldn't even watch it. It was terrible. But this one, luckily, these Blu-rays are more durable, and this thing, they were smarter about how they, whatever they made the material out of, so it doesn't scratch. But yeah, that's what that one looks like. We'll go to the final chapter here. See, they're all, I don't know if that's the art here, yeah, but they're all uniform. But as you get along to Part 5 and Part 6, which Part 6 is my favorite in the series, they start doubling up. Which, in a set like this with a book, I guess it's fine. Because, you know, you don't want to have too big of a Blu-ray book thing. But it's kind of lame to double the movies up, in my opinion, especially when this is a comprehensive collection that isn't a big tin with all these extras. You could at least give each movie its own disc. But I have watched all of these, and when you go onto the Blu-ray of these two, you can pick which one you want to go to, and it goes to a separate menu. The menus are kind of like generic at the bottom. They have like the art, but they have little extras for each movie in there. So I'm assuming it's the extras that would have been on the single disc edition. So it's not that bad of a deal. It's just kind of a little pet peeve of mine. But yeah, as you can see, they're all like that. But yeah, most of the extras on these individual discs themselves are like fluff pieces, you know, nothing too that interesting or that crazy. Which is when I thought, when I got to the end here, when I first bought this, I was like, well, hey, maybe the extras aren't that great on the discs, but we have this bonus disc here. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what's on this bonus disc. And I was a little disappointed by it, to be honest with you, when I first bought it. And I watched through this stuff again, and it's, as I said, a lot of this stuff is fluff. I just wanted to quickly show what this extra features DVD was in the Blu-ray box set here. So I watched through all of these. They're just little mini documentaries about every one of the movies. Thing is, with Crystal Lake Memories existing, the special features DVD is a little bare. Each of those is maybe 20 minutes. So there's not a whole lot of details or interesting tidbits in there that you wouldn't have seen in, let's say, like Crystal Lake Memories or what have you. Secrets Galore, that's just a couple interviews with Tom Savini of the movies he worked on in the series. Only 3 of them. They're each about like 20 minutes long. The Crystal Lake Victims, this is a 15-minute little thing with some of the victims from the movies talking about their experiences. Again, Crystal Lake Memories really makes this disc feel obsolete. Tales from the Cutting Room Floor. This one was kind of cool. It showed you from the original cut to what made the final edit. Maybe some little extra gore here and there, but nothing too crazy. Like, I know everyone's heard the rumors about the deleted gore scenes, but this doesn't really show much of that. This is just like, this one, Friday Artifacts and Collectibles, is about the props that some of the actors and directors kept from the movies, and it wasn't what I thought it would be, which was like the different toys and collectibles over the years that like I've bought and stuff. I thought there'd be something about the movie Maniac series or something, but no, just a little fluff piece, 15 minutes. And then the trailers of the first 8 movies in the series. So that's kind of cool to have those trailers. I thought it was weird, though, on this set that has everything up to the remake of Friday the 13th, that they only have the trailers of the first 8 movies. But clearly this DVD disc came from somewhere else, some other movie or some other set. And they just threw it in here as an extra. So, honestly, I think they would have been better off putting Crystal Lake Memories in here, getting the rights to it and putting that as a part of this set rather than this kind of paltry special features DVD that you don't really... like, you don't really need, and you're not going to go back to ever. So as I said, as I showed you guys, the killer bonus DVD is really like a fluff piece. There's not too many interesting tidbits on there that you couldn't find somewhere else on like a better documentary such as Crystal Lake Memories. As I said, this is a good set, okay? You got all the movies. The Blu-ray art is all uniform, so it's pretty cool. Like, just this book is neat with all the art in it. Like, I really like this, and I like the special little things they put in it. But my complaints, doubling up the movies, I don't like that. I like when they're on their own disc and they get their, like, feel like they're special. And putting the later movies together, it feels like they're saying that the first 4 movies are, like, better or worth more of a treatment than those movies, and I don't think they are. I specifically think part 6 is the best one in the series, or at least my favorite. But the extra features they have on these Blu-rays, they're fluff pieces too on each individual one. But like I showed in that one, it's a lot of 15-20 minute little docs, nothing too crazy, nothing too interesting. When you go on these Blu-rays, you pick which movie you want. There's like a generic play button thing with like the DVD menu is kind of generic and it has like the art of the movie. You go to each individual movie and it has their little special features. So it's fine. but I just think more could have been done with that. Like the menus themselves could have been a little more interesting. Like on like the old DVD days, you would at least get a little bit of animation or something, and these were a little barren. Also, this thing, now that it's so rare and you have the Friday the 13th Blu-ray set that you can go get at like Walmart for $30, I don't know if this thing's worth going out of your way to find for upwards of $200 on eBay, because I'm assuming these discs are the same. It's just the little extras and the little packaging, and this packaging scrapes, doesn't have a spine, so it's just this black thing sticking out. It's cool. It was cool. They put, like, when they put these together and first released them on Blu-ray, this was really awesome, but I don't know if it's worth the extra money to go out there and find it. To me, it's cool to have, and it's cool that I got it for the price I got it at, but if I was looking to get these movies nowadays, I don't think I would pay $200 for this, especially knowing what's in it. So if you guys like the video, want to subscribe to the channel, want to give me comments about what you thought about this set, maybe you think this is one of the best collection sets of all time, and I'm willing to hear that out, because maybe I'm wrong about what's on that other Blu-ray set. But yeah, if I had to recommend this, I would say if you could get it for $100 or less, yes. Anything more than that, I think it's just paying exorbitant prices for out-of-print stuff. And that's my opinion on the Friday the 13th Complete Collection tin box set on this first edition of Off the Shelf.